Hi everyone, this is Naren Sai with MS. I am Naren and welcome to Motivation Monday. And today for Motivation Monday, I actually do not have anything to share. More or less, one thing that I can definitely say is, uh, one funny thing is I actually didn't go to the gym today, but the good part was as a result of missing out on the gym, which of course is a very important thing. um, I actually ended up sleeping a lot, and when I mean by sleeping a lot, I mean like a lot. And I can actually check how long I slept, and let's see, checking over here because yes, so according to this, I slept for 8.5 hours. According to my sleep app on my phone, I slept for I think 9 hours 24 minutes. But as a result of that, I pretty much woke up bursting with energy. I mean, I kind of hopped out of bed, more to say. And the one thing I do hope that a lot of people are doing is getting a good night's rest, right? Especially considering that it's the end of the year, that hopefully a lot of people are on, break. So as a result, you are getting that sleep with you. And I definitely have talked about sleep a lot. I've talked about it as a favorite thing. I've talked about sleep when I was traveling. But definitely when you are back home, there is definitely a certain level of extra comfort you get when you do sleep that extra time. And the one thing I can definitely say is, because I was able to sleep 8 to 9 hours last night, I ended up waking up with just an insane amount of energy. And it was one thing I definitely do, and I'm not exactly embarrassed by it, is I fidget a lot, right? I'm usually bouncing one knee or both. I'm usually bouncing both legs. I'm twiddling my fingers, twiddling my thumbs. I'm, doing something or the other. And today it literally felt like my entire body was, pretty much vibrating just because I had so much energy. And it literally made me feel so much, happier as well. So the one thing I do have for Motivation Monday, especially this Motivation Monday, considering it's going to be probably our um, penultimate Motivation Monday for 2025, is to please try to get as much sleep as possible. Because I mean, if it actually gives me the amount of energy that I still currently have, and it's 10:30 right now. You can just imagine how much energy you would have if you just actually do sleep because you want to sleep, right? Sleep, um, you know, pretty much adopt more of a live to sleep kind of attitude, just like Garfield, right? So that is one thing that I definitely wanted to share, that if you do end up do taking that into account, that sleep is probably one of the best. Sleep is definitely one of the best things that we have. And not only is it um, kind of rejuvenating your body, but at the same time it is um, it is just filling you up with energy. And I'm definitely almost in the mode of bouncing off the walls. And the last time I remember having this much energy this late at night was probably when I actually drank I actually drank 2 espresso martinis, and yeah, I pretty much feel the same level of energy now, where there is just a lot of caffeine, almost what feels like a lot of caffeine flowing through my system, even though, as um, I normally do not have caffeine at all. In fact, I don't even drink tea for that matter. And um, more importantly, even my, and while, yes, vitamin B supplements do provide quite a bit of energy now that my vitamin B supplements have just come down to, you know, 1 day a month when I actually go in to the hospital for an IV. And that hasn't happened since, I want to say, the week before last. So, it's been almost 2 weeks since, it's actually the second week since I actually had my B12 infusion. So there is no reason for this much energy to be inside me, besides the fact that I actually slept for much longer than I normally do. And so I would definitely recommend that you do that. Take that as my Monday motivation for this week to try and get as much sleep as possible. Try to finish up as many things as early as possible, so that you can definitely go to sleep as early, so that you can actually enjoy the sleep that you're having. And of course, one thing that I normally do is, I tend to wake up before my alarm, and I did that even today. But I decided that, okay, fine, I actually have a little bit of time to sleep in, and I did exactly that. And trust me, it definitely did keep my eyes open, my energy just going on and on for a much longer time. So that is your Monday motivation for this week, that if you can, try and sleep, and try to um, just forget everything. I mean, if you need to meditate a little bit to just forget what your worries might be, do try to do that, and do try to clear your mind before you go to sleep, so that you do have the most stressful sleep of your week or day. And with that said, this is Nareen's Life with MS. I am Nareen. And of course, in regards to sleep, what are your thoughts? What are your experiences when you do end up sleeping, just the right amount? I mean, here I am sleeping 8.5 hours according to my smartwatch, and 9.5 hours according to my phone. What is that sweet moment for you? What is that sweet time for you where you just you know you just end up waking up with all the energy in the world, and you're ready to pretty much tackle every single thing that the day has for you. So do share your thoughts, your insights, and your experiences, so that we can get the conversation started. And with that said, it's time for me to leave. So thank you so much for listening in. Good night, and bye.